Me have to chat. Me can't. This I can't go on no chat about. You not kill one innocent man who have in future ahead of him. I think say we can't go chat about it. We have to chat about it. We no kill him man innocent. We change. We no take allegedly and kill him man. Change. And then they tell me say we fit tap in eyes. Cause we no want carry go lock we up. And we want lick in our face. We no want drape we up. All sort of something they want tell we. All sort of something they want tell we say we no fit chat.
They can't tell me nothing at all. And they kill the man innocent and they
innocent. Me say they kick off the door. Kick off the man place right here so. Since sister live at this door here so. And the man in a finishing house I apply people in here right here so. You see me? I chill off in room. Watch out now. They kick off right there so you know. Kick off the play. And then they come in so now. They come in the bed. Right there. And they come and they take him out and carry him go on the back here so. Then carry him through here so. Then carry him through the back of the yard, me say people. And then carry him around there so go shoot him. Remember me they tell you no. Then carry man, innocent man out in bed and go shoot him. And they tell me say we can't talk. Then they tell me say we can't talk now, they want to lock we up. We not shoot them now, we just attack, you know. Because they kill we family, you know, we can't even talk. And you tell me, say.
see, they make sure they kill. Mama know I'm talk. 2 days, I'm going to come out, there's a gun talk. After they kill Tasha my talk, say yo. Come. Me in my yard.
Yes, stay in the yard for children. Because in your yard, they can't tell enough to talk in your yard. Because no Andrew won this yard this year. So they can't tell enough to talk. They kill the boy, innocent. Innocent, they kill the boy, me say. Innocent, they come in a man's house and take him out and squeeze him throat till he couldn't breathe and can't go and they go shut him up 3 times. Yeah.
They can't do it, nothing more than what they can do it, bro. They kill the man already. What more they gonna do it? They can do more than what they do it already. The man they do something, who they get to black ass?
No, they report me like I make one video. How they go with the video?
Who report alive?
Me no know. Somebody report.
Nobody will report alive.
Yeah, me live, that's me live report.
Video.
Yeah, they say. Somebody say about this.
They don't say night time, they come on.
They report me live.
They say TikTok. Then kill him man innocent. When you listen to me, it can happen to anyone away. Chester Castle Hanover, then come this man. Grown. And he say no have no so we and no wall and pan him and he have gun no na back. Think about what me I say no TikTok and listen to me see it and no fuck with me a chat say no. When you listen to me and see it and no fuck with me a chat say then take have gun at that they can pan him. If you carry him go to station then if he do something which he no do nothing that's why they have to kill him. Cause he no do nothing so it no make no sense then when I come to go and lock him up. Me I tell you no people and then carry him and squeeze him throat and go shoot him. Then shoot him 3 times. Me I tell you say a young boy, no found there say a young boy see me and no have no if you not parents you know have pitney with young people see him way. You hear me I tell you no listen to what me I say man. The country now run good. We don't have no human rights right now, I'm afraid. Because we don't have no fucking rights. Cause if they can come and go kill me because it's for no reason. Why? If they want to kill the rest of it, they kill me and tell life power with too. And the government, they not do no. We are, if you're right, they not give no right. No right then I'm going to say the man have in future either man come and then kill him man. Take him man out of bed and kill him man. Like him man a dog or some animal per road. And then kill him innocent me I tell you and show him in a van back. Me know to God me couldn't swear by my life say I didn't have no he could do them
back to MyView TV, the people's platform, the home of undiluted news, reviews, updates, and your daily dose of entertainment. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, like, share, and subscribe.
I don't bring nobody forward in here to cheer for me. Everything what you see up, my natural talent. Man, me tell you something. You see, when you know what to please the audience with, it's simple, me.
Let obstacle be the stepping stone to something greater. Let me tell you something. Every time you say yes to distraction, you are saying no to your destiny. Wagwan, my people. Hope everybody doing okay. Hope everybody doing alright. Give thanks to life and the gathering. Then people watch Wagwan pan Wagwan. Right round the road. Can you believe it? Hope that I tell you, say, yo, I 31 Asian him fine right in my town.
Based on the preliminary investigation, they were allowed to land in Jamaica in transit to a Central American country somewhere between November, latter part of November, into the first week of December. They were given between 3 and 7 days to transit. However, they are still in the country. At this moment, operatives from the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, as well as the St. Catherine North CIV are conducting investigations. They are still being processed as we speak.
That's right there. So, just a few little things that we never get to talk about today. Maybe could know we're going now. So, boom! Me have to link to one Chris and ask him. We really are going in the health sector. Because the PMP them say, yo, it is in crisis. What you say?
I am not one to promote panic, and the term crisis does, give that impression. I think there are challenges, and I believe every challenge can be overcome. If everybody play their part, we can overcome the challenge. Now, I'm not going to elevate it to a crisis. What I would say is a surge, an abnormal occurrence caused by a hurricane and the build back after a hurricane, which is requiring healthcare workers and the health system to go beyond the call of duty and to make that extra effort and sacrifice while we try to resolve it. My calming statement would be there is a solution. We're working through the solution. Not easily, it's challenging, but I think we can cope. But I would say again that patients, Jamaican citizens should play their part. And where they don't have to use any ID, where they can control their conditions by going to their doctor, whether private or the health sector, and try to manage their circumstances. They must understand that if they come to the hospital and it's not absolutely necessary, they're going to wait. You're going to wait a long time because you have to deal with the life-saving procedures at first. All right?
You say chat a little bit too much, and is that the Prime Minister of Jamaica? Then people, long the Prime Minister come out and contact. As soon as sending on the bed upset. As a matter of fact, that's going to do. Come at the conjure.
In the 1960s, the government of then Prime Minister Edward Seaga established the Urban Development Corporation. And this was an attempt to bring structure to urbanize Jamaica, to create the built environment that could accommodate urban living. This is not necessarily cities, but towns and social recreational spaces, and to get ahead of the growing informal settlements and informal towns and the sprawl unplanned urban centers developing. So the UDC has a law that gives it statutory authority to manage, and they play several critical functions in the management of the urban infrastructure of the country. First and foremost, they have a land bank duty. They can acquire property that is needed strategically for urban development now and in the future. They have the ability to designate areas for urban development, which carries with it, once designated, certain authority to expedite the development. They have the duty to be developers, so they can bring together financing, contractors, regulators for the development of an area. Their most important role, however, is as urban planners. So their job is to look at the entire space of Jamaica and say, where is it that we should designate for urban development? And of course, the idea behind urban development is that people live in close quarters and residents, commerce, recreation, all very closely aligned, and it's very efficient. So transit is very efficient, security is built in, and environmental concerns are built in. So they literally create what is called a built environment that caters for close quarters living in city. And that's the difference with the urban space. So they are urban planners, so they literally sit down and plan spaces. Aside from that, they, being real estate developers, they have a mandate to own and operate the properties. So the UDC does have a bank of assets that they rent and lease and sell. And so, for example, they were the developers behind the Kingston waterfront, and they do own quite a bit of property on the waterfront, which they rent. They were the developers behind Ocho Rios in the Turtle Towers area. They played a significant role in the development of Negril, and they would have played a role in the development of New Kingston. They have a very deep experience bank as well in terms of doing urban development. But they also operate social assets. They have a company called Sadco where they operate the world-renowned Duns River Falls and other attractions. The UDC is one of our critical public entities. If not properly operated, it can become a fiscal risk. And so we pay close attention to how the UDC is governed, because they hold critical public assets that, if they are not properly managed, they could run up a lot of debt due to inefficiency, and then that becomes a charge on the public. So the board of the UDC has to manage these assets very carefully to make a profit. I'm pleased to report that the UDC has not been a burden on the government for the last decade or so. Maybe once in COVID they have had to come to ask for temporary support, but outside of that, it is a very well-run institution that is now seeing its way to sustain profitability. But more than that, the UDC in the last 30 years has retreated quite a bit from its role as urban planner and developer. And that is, again, because of the financial environment and the lack of economic growth. But you would now know that the UDC is reasserting itself in the space with projects such as the Harmony Park in Montego Bay, probably its most iconic project in the last 30 years. And that has transformed Montego Bay as a bit of urban infrastructure, but it's on the soft side, it's development of parks. And I have given them the mandate to, one, divest some of the properties that they have in their land bank that they are not able to develop. That is as a means of spurring development through the private sector, but also as a means of getting capital within so that they can focus on the projects that they can develop. Projects like, for example, another park, this time in St. Catherine, that is the Resilience Park, which we intend to open very shortly. And that may rival, if not exceed, the iconic nature of Harmony Park in St. James. And there are other parks that they have been tasked to develop. But I also brought them back to their native function, which is that of urban planners, and I've asked them to identify where the next city should be in Jamaica. And this is long before any talk of any hurricane or any relocation or any of the other speculative narratives that are in the public domain. This was somewhere around 2017 that that task was given, and they actually did the work as to where the next area in Jamaica for a city should be. And we're going to be discussing that again today in greater detail. Now, the UDC takes on greater importance now because of Hurricane Melissa and the damage that has been done to the western end of the island. And the question is, NARA, the new proposed entity, going to do the same thing as the UDC? In some instances, there will be overlap, but there are two separate concepts, two separate entities. And what is important, however, is coordination in government. So NARA will act, in a sense, as a coordinating body for reconstruction. So UDC will be a part of the reconstruction. Port Authority will be a part of the reconstruction. Factories Corporation will be a part of the reconstruction. They were already pursuing projects on their own. The NWA, NROC. Now, what NARA will do is look at the list of projects that are in all these entities and see what fits in the reconstruction, what fits under resilience. Pull them together, put them on a fast track, have them financed, have them executed. Whilst all these entities will support, but the other projects that they have, they must go ahead with them. So we're not going to divert the other entities from the capital projects that they are developing. No, they will continue to do the capital projects that they are developing. But those projects that fit within the mandate of NARA, they will turn them to NARA and provide the support for their execution. So we're going to do some coordinating today in preparation for our budget, and we have observing in this meeting NROC and the NWA, because whenever we talk about urban infrastructure, roads are critical to that. And we no longer look at roads as just the asphalt on the surface, but we talk about our utility corridors. Corridors that carry traffic, vehicular and pedestrian, carry data, water, and sensors. There you have it, the UDC.
Thanks for watching. This was a MyView TV production. Remember to share, like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell, tell a friend for tell a friend, and remember, it never bring nobody forward for cheer for him. Walk good.